Welcome back. The next 2 hours will be dedicated to our Grand Challenge sessions. At the end of these WebEx breakouts, we'll adjourn for the day. So before I turn it over to my EPRI teammate, just a few day one concluding remarks. We look forward to seeing you back here same time tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, where we'll kick off with a very insightful discussion with the CEO of one of the leaders in AI deployment across the electric power industry, Tom Siebel. That will be followed by another great set of panels and our final 3 grand challenges. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. And now I'm going to turn it over to Senior Program Manager Jeremy Renshaw, EPRI's lead for artificial intelligence, who will explain how the grand challenge breakouts are meant to work.
Thank you very much, Christine. I'm Jeremy Renshaw. I'm very excited to be with you here today to talk a little bit about our grand challenges that we'll be issuing to the AI and electric power industries. So to give you a little bit of background on this, we wanted to talk a little bit about where are we coming from. So we have 2 different trillion-dollar industries, the AI industry and the electric power industry. And so these are coming together and working together in new and different ways. And we can realize a lot of very significant benefits through these interactions and collaborations. And you can see these on the slides on your screen. So we'll go into a little bit on each of these, but really the bottom line is we're trying to figure out the best ways to help these 2 industries accelerate the collaborations that are possible between them for all of the benefits that we can see here. So as a part of this, we're trying to build an AI and electric power community. So this year we've hosted a series of events, including an executive roundtable, a This is AI introductory training for subject matter experts in the electric power industry, as well as a reverse pitch where utilities came and shared their data-related challenges with the AI community, and then experts from the AI community responded with potential solutions. And through these and other interactions, we were able to bring together a lot of common threads and ideas to help us forward in our journey. And we've combined these with other efforts that are ongoing currently at EPRI, including bringing together large and valuable data sets in the AI industry, as well as developing solutions. And then finally, building on existing expertise and deepening that expertise around AI and data science across the entire electric power industry. And so by combining all of these efforts, we were able to identify a series of threads that tied the different ideas together. And we brought these together into a series of 5 grand challenges for the AI and electric power industry that we're issuing today to all of you that are here with us. And we'll be breaking out into separate working groups to talk about these challenges and how we can move forward. So this next session is very different from the earlier ones we have, where in the earlier ones we came to listen and maybe ask a few questions. These next sessions, we highly encourage you to jump in and get involved and find ways that you can bring value to these discussions. So without further ado, let's start talking about what are these 5 grand challenges and what do we intend to accomplish. So the first grand challenge is Grid Interactive Smart Communities. This grand challenge brings together concepts of smart grids, grid interactive buildings, smart homes, as well as many other concepts that will help us to make our grids more efficient, more effective, and decarbonized going into the future, where we can include aspects of demand response, where producers of energy, grid operators, and consumers can all interact in ways that improve efficiency and allow flexibility in the time and amount of energy usage for the benefit of everyone involved. Second, we're looking at energy system resilience. And as many have seen, the impact of significant storms in recent storms, we've seen many resiliency-related events that have affected the availability of power, which affects the quality of life for people. And in many cases, people do die from these types of events. So what we're looking at here is using artificial intelligence to help us reduce the frequency and impact and duration of these types of events going forward. So using artificial intelligence to help us identify threats and vulnerabilities to be able to address them proactively, as well as once we have had an event, helping to restore that power back on as quickly as possible, whether it's a plant, a power plant, or a grid asset, so that we can minimize the frequency and duration of power outages. Third, environmental impacts. And if you think about the power system as a whole, every part and portion of the power system touches the environment in some way, whether it's land use, water use, emissions, waste products that come out from the plant, or subsequent decommissioning of any type of generation asset, as well as the transmission and distribution grid that is interacting. Actual impact of wetlands and endangered species and other things. So we want to minimize the environmental footprint of our energy system as we go forward, and artificial intelligence can help us to do that. Fourth, intelligent and autonomous power plants. And what we're talking about here is that we can get a lot of benefit from automating many of the processes that happen in our power plants, but also taking that a step further to rapidly deploy machine learning, data science, and artificial intelligence to help plants self-diagnose problems in the early incipient stages versus later on when we start to see large-scale failures of components. And so as we start to utilize these technologies, we can be more effective and more efficient, as well as have decision resources that help us to be more effective with utilizing our power plant resources. And finally, AI enhanced cybersecurity. And you can look at this one as a merging of two very important disciplines, both cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. And many recent events have highlighted the importance of cybersecurity. And there have been a number of very large scale attacks on IT and OT systems. And the power grid is something that is susceptible to these areas. So we want to be able to bring the benefits of artificial intelligence to enhance the capabilities and performance of our cybersecurity resources to keep our IT and OT infrastructure safe and operating at maximum efficiency. And so these are the 5 grand challenges that we have for you. And now at this time, if you go on the left side of your event platform, you will be able to see 2 different links to be able to join in a grand challenge session. And so we encourage you to go and click on those. They will take you into a WebEx that will allow you to jump in and enjoy the rest of the meeting that we have for you for these grand challenge working groups. All right, thank you, and go ahead and click on those links, and we will see you in one of the sessions.